Welcome to our countdown of the biggest natural disasters in the history of the world. Throughout the epochs of its existence, our planet has unleashed catastrophic forces that have reshaped continents, extinguished entire species, and humbled the very notion of human civilization. These events, etched in the annals of time, serve as stark reminders of the awesome power that nature wields. Join me as we delve into the archives of history to revisit these cataclysmic moments and comprehend their profound impact on the world we know today. On the 26th of December 2004, the world watched in horror as a natural disaster of unprecedented scale unfolded. Deep beneath the Indian Ocean, off the coast of Sumatra, a tectonic fault ruptured. This cataclysmic event, a magnitude 9.1 earthquake, unleashed a wave of unimaginable power, a tsunami. Traveling at speeds exceeding 500 miles per hour, the tsunami raced towards unsuspecting coastlines. Coastal communities from Indonesia to Thailand, Sri Lanka to Somalia were caught in the wave's devastating embrace. Entire towns were reduced to rubble, swallowed by walls of water that surged miles inland. The aftermath was a scene of unimaginable destruction. Homes were reduced to matchsticks, vehicles tossed like toys, and the landscape scarred with the debris of countless lives. Over 230,000 souls were lost, making it one of the deadliest natural disasters in recorded history. The 2004 tsunami was a stark reminder of the awesome power of the natural world and the fragility of human life in the face of its fury. In the annals of volcanic eruptions, few can rival the sheer power and global impact of Mount Tambora in 1815. Situated on the island of Sumbawa, Indonesia, Tambora awoke from its slumber with a deafening roar. The eruption, the largest in recorded history, ejected an estimated 38 cubic miles of rock and ash into the atmosphere. The immediate impact on the surrounding islands was catastrophic. Pyroclastic flows, searing avalanches of hot gas and volcanic matter raced down the slopes, incinerating everything in their path. But the true reach of Tambora's fury extended far beyond the shores of Indonesia. The massive injection of sulfur dioxide into the stratosphere had a profound effect on the global climate. As the gas spread across the planet, it acted as a veil, reflecting sunlight back into space and causing global temperatures to plummet. The following year, 1816, became known as the year without a summer. Frost gripped the land in the middle of summer, crops failed across Europe and North America, and widespread famine ensued. The eruption of Mount Tambora stands as a chilling example of how a single natural event can have ripple effects that reverberate across the globe. At the dawn of the 20th century, the bustling city of San Francisco, a symbol of American progress, was dealt a devastating blow by the unyielding forces beneath its feet. On April 18, 1906, at precisely 5:12 a.m., a monstrous earthquake ripped through the San Andreas Fault. The quake, estimated to be a magnitude 7.9, shook the city with such violence that buildings crumbled, streets buckled, and the ground seemed to ripple like waves. But the true horror of the disaster was only just beginning. As the earth stilled, a new threat emerged: fire. The earthquake had ruptured gas lines throughout the city, and countless fires erupted, fueled by the debris of collapsed buildings. With its water mains severed, San Francisco was helpless to fight the inferno. For 3 days and nights, the city burned, consuming entire neighborhoods and leaving behind a smoldering wasteland. The 1906 San Francisco earthquake and fire remain one of the most significant natural disasters in American history. Over 3,000 people lost their lives and the city was left in ruins. Yet from the ashes of this catastrophe, a spirit of resilience emerged as San Franciscans rebuilt their city brick by brick into the vibrant metropolis it is today. In the annals of technological disasters, the Chernobyl disaster of 1986 stands as a chilling reminder of the devastating consequences of human error when coupled with the unforgiving power of nuclear energy. On April 26, during a routine safety test at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Soviet Ukraine, a fatal combination of design flaws and operational mistakes led to a catastrophic reactor meltdown. The explosion that followed ripped the roof off reactor number 4, spewing radioactive material into the atmosphere. A plume of deadly radiation spread across Europe, carried by prevailing winds, contaminating vast swathes of land and leaving a legacy of fear and uncertainty in its wake. The immediate vicinity of the plant became a desolate exclusion zone, a haunting testament to the invisible threat of radiation. The human cost of the disaster was immense. While the official death toll remains a subject of debate, thousands of people were exposed to dangerous levels of radiation, leading to increased risks of cancer and other long-term health complications. The disaster at Chernobyl stands as a stark warning about the potential consequences of unchecked technological ambition and the enduring impact of nuclear accidents. In the heart of China, where the mighty Yangtze and Yellow rivers carve their way through the landscape, nature unleashed a disaster of unimaginable proportions in the summer of 1931. Torrential rains, fueled by a confluence of meteorological events, caused both rivers to swell beyond their banks, inundating an area larger than the size of England. Villages, towns, and entire cities were swallowed by the rising waters, leaving millions stranded and desperate. The floods of 1931 remained the deadliest natural disaster in recorded history. Estimates of the death toll range from 2 million to 4 million people, a staggering figure that underscores the sheer scale of human suffering. The floodwaters carried away homes, crops, and livestock, leaving survivors facing starvation and disease. The disaster had a profound impact on China, both in terms of its immediate human cost and its long-term economic and social consequences. It exposed the vulnerabilities of a nation grappling with political instability and economic hardship, highlighting the urgent need for improved infrastructure and disaster preparedness. These events, etched in the annals of history, serve as potent reminders of the power of nature and the resilience of humanity. From the towering tsunamis to the earth-shattering earthquakes, from the fiery depths of volcanoes to the invisible threat of radiation, we have witnessed the devastating consequences of nature's fury. Yet amidst the destruction and despair, we also find stories of courage, compassion, and the indomitable human spirit. These events remind us of the power of nature and the resilience of humanity. Stay informed, stay prepared.